India just adding 106 runs, which obviously got us to this score of 319 for 7. So just about India's day, I think.
Yeah. Well, umpires Surendiran Shanmugam and David Milnes are on their way out to the middle, closely followed by the Lions. And the two batters overnight will join them. The first over from the David Capel end.
On strike will be Tanush Koshin. Cuts that off back of a length to start with, and it runs up towards what looks like the football stand. Kept just inside the rope, and will be a couple of runs.
This outfield is a lot slower than when I covered the Northants v Gloucestershire game here 2 weeks ago.
It is.
It was lightning. It was like glass.
That's a cracking shot. There's no worries about the outfield on that one. I think with a batting average of 42, as that one's flayed away through the gully for another 4. Gone. He has got his first one. He's gone straight through Tanush Koshin, who looked brilliant this morning. He only faced 6 balls. Tong gets his first. The new ball, the second new ball, strikes for the Lions. And India A are 8 down, 329 for 8 after 84 overs for Josh Tong. And there's an appeal for LBW and given. Anshaw almost walked on that one, I think, as was the certainty to his demise here on day 2 at the county grounds. And Josh Tong gets his 2.
Short, and where's that gone? 4 runs, I believe.
And India have moved up to 346 for 9. Chance at the non-strikers end if Tong can pick it up. He can, and he's gone. Confusion between Khalil Ahmed and Deshpande. They shook hands at the strikers end. Josh Tong fields it off his own bowling, underarms it back to the stumps, middle stump out of the ground, and the umpire raises the finger, and a run out brings about the end of India A's innings on 348. England batting line-up as this innings materialises. It's going to be McKinney and Haynes, isn't it, to open the batting for the Lions. But it did look really well supported, really well turned out. We will caveat and say the weather was considerably better last weekend further south, and I think you mentioned it was the end of half-term as well, so a lot of school kids available to pop up. It's going to be Khalil Ahmed then opening the bowling for India A with Tom Haynes on strike. 3 slips and a gully for India A. Got plenty of experience out there with. Beautiful shot by Tom Haynes through the offside to get himself off the mark. A square drive, top of the bounce. That's a beautiful shot. Stroked through the offside, through the covers by Ben McKinney. Another drive through the offside, slightly less stylish that time from McKinney, but
that's caught behind. No harm done with a drop. And Anshul Kamboj gets one to move away, and it takes the edge of Ben McKinney's bat, and Dhruv Jurel makes a chance that was dying on him there look easy.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I love watching this guy play. He's a pretty player. Wide and flash to the boundary.
Emilio Gay. That one guided through the offside, beautifully timed by Tom Haynes. It's going to run through the cover point region, and I believe that's going to win the race, and Haynes picks up another 4. 2 slips still in place. That's a beautiful shot by Tom Haynes. Back-to-back boundaries, over pitch from Deshpande. Tickled down the leg side. I think that's going to run away for 4. All eyes on the umpire. It's come off the bat of Tom Haynes.
Last ball before lunch. Driven up to mid-off, and that will conclude the morning session with England Lions 58 for 1. McKinney, the man out for 12, having bowled India A out this morning for 348 after some entertaining and enterprising shots from the Indian lower order.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the county ground at Northampton. India in the first innings. Having been asked to bat first here by James Rew and the England Lions, made 348. So the Lions here trail by 290, or 9 wickets remaining in the innings, and it's going to be Shardul Thakur to open the bowling from the David Capel end and continue the spell that he started at just before lunch. Thakur this time keeps that front foot behind the line.
That's going to be 4 runs. Emilio Gay
beautifully timed through square leg by Tom Haines.
It's worked off the legs by Emilio Gay. Could get 4 runs there. Oh no, it's great work. He's going to get 4 run. All run. As Deshpande strays onto Haines' legs. That's wide. Haines climbs into a cover drive. And that's a thick outside edge. Moral victory to Deshpande, but it's going to give Tom Haines his 50. 53 off exactly 80 balls. And that's a fine innings.
That is beautifully.
Oh, that's a good delivery, and Haines has to go. That's got a little bit of extra bounce, away movement, and Haines has to depart back to the shed for 54. And that's a really good delivery from Deshpande. Cox.
That's an edge, and it's flown through the vacant 4th slip.
That's a thick outside edge, going to run away for 4 runs down towards the dressing room. Harry Colpin's been in touch as well.
That's a shorter ball, and it's guided beautifully through that vacant gully region. Emilio Gay will. And it will end up going for possibly 7 as the ball runs up towards. It does go for 7.
There's 4. That's a lovely way to get to your 50. Emilio Gay, 88 balls. Oh, Emilio Gay, that is absolutely class.
And that's going to streak away through the offside, a thick outside edge. Jordan Cox keeps the strike. He's on 25, and that's stylishly driven through the offside by Cox. He's leant on it up towards the players' suites here.
Big appeal for LBW, and he's given. Emilio Gay goes. That looked like it was angling down, but Emilio Gay has to depart. So that's pushed past Silly Point to KL Rahul, backward point. That completes a wicket maiden for Kotian, and it coincides with the removal of the dangerous Emilio Gay.
Yeah, stylish innings for Emilio Gay. Comes to an end. LBW to the wicket of Tanush Kotian. The umpires come together once again down at the David Capel end in conversation. And does it look like they've been offered the light? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they're offered it anymore, are they? I think it's just the umpires.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, the light has become... you can see from the floodlights and the lights, you know, sort of around the ground, that lights on the scoreboard, for instance, or on the groundsman shed, that artificial light is just overtaken.
Dark cloud that's drifted just to the north of the ground as well, so we could be in for a bit of a delay. So we could spend time looking at the weather forecast and seeing what is likely to happen later on in this evening, but I dare say...
Well, welcome back to Northampton. My name's Dan Whiting and I'm here with Dan Jadzovic, and there's the scene. Unfortunately, the heavens have opened and the game has been called off for the day.